What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We got Deltascape 3.0. This is a full trial dungeon run. This starts at Rhalgr's Reach. This is how you get the little wind-up alpha doll, minion, whatever you want to call it. This is actually a kind of a fun trial. It's got some interesting mechanics behind it, for sure. Couple of points where it actually pulls you out of the trial, sticks you in a different spot, and makes you do weird things. This is not the balance beam walking one, thank God. Being that I play with a mouse and a keyboard, yeah, that one really trips me up. I don't trust it. I've fallen off that balance beam, God only knows how many times. This boss, on the other hand, it's a trial. You get 2 tanks, a couple healers, and hope to God we all stay alive. Mechanics are kind of straightforward at the beginning. Starts throwing out the yellow bars and cones, and then they go into a ridiculous mode where they're trying to get you to do stack'ems and stay aparts, and at the same time they're going to start throwing all kinds of different directional cones, so you're looking for small little spots to hide. Lots of grouping up in this dungeon. Do not be afraid to run away from the mob. And don't be afraid to run straight to it, because some spots you've got to be directly underneath it. Being the tank, I'm not quite sure if you can outstretch that last little boom. Not quite sure. I haven't played this one as a ranged DPS in a while. They typically give you neat little spots to hide. This is where they start stacking up on you. Of course, I got to pick the small little pie thing and get hit. Why? Because it's the Corey way. If we're not dropping in a dungeon, something strange happened. We have been getting a lot more successful lately with not falling down in dungeons. This is another part. This is kind of one of those trip you up kind of parts. I wasn't sure what to do. All I know is the floor goes funky, and if you're not in the right square, you fall down. Now, don't be afraid to fall down, because falling down is part of the game. Now, the object is to not get knocked down by one of the mob's hits, but if you look at the floor, we got gray spots and blue spots. Try and stay in the blue spots. The gray spots are fall down spots. Actually, I think the gray spots will fling you up in the air. You may make it through it, depending upon how many hit points you have. You may not. Stay on the blue spot. This secondary dragon threw me off. I thought I was going to have to beat on it. I was trying to pull it away. By the time I turned around, they already took care of it. So I guess don't really worry about that dragon. DPS takes care of that. Keep tabs on the ground. You saw the yellow circle. Blue. Now you got to run back to the middle. Lots of running. If we got the amount of exercise in real life that we got in game, every one of us would be skinny as can be. Cannot say how much running I do in this game, but I know it's a lot. We don't have step counters in these. That would be kind of funny. Get a Fitbit for your character. See how many steps you make in a game. Something to think about for future game developers. Unless it's already in a game. If you know of a game that does that, let me know. I'm not really up to tune on the new MMORPGs. I tried WoW. WoW kind of too cartoony for me. Here we're doing more stack 'em, stay aparts, and all kinds of, yeah, just don't get hit by the yellow or any of the other stuff. Good luck. But yeah, WoW's a little bit cartoony for me, and the fact that you can only go to level 10 really kind of sucked. I started getting a couple of characters at level 10, and it wasn't the game for me. Final Fantasy, I really, really like the fact that free-to-play goes so high. You really get a good taste for the game. Yes, you're lacking in certain things like retainers, and I don't know if you can do the duty roulette as a free-to-play, but there's so much other stuff in the game. This is the part where you all stack up in that little cloud, and you end up in this world. The floor moves. So you have to figure out which part of the floor to step on and which direction to jump off of the islands. If you look at the floor, sometimes you can watch the other guys and figure it out. This thing will throw you all kinds of directions. It is a lot of fun, but it's also one of those time things where you got to get through it as quickly as possible because everybody else is going to be waiting on you. Jump back into the regular dungeon. Wait for the boss to pop again. I tried to stand on the blue because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done 3.0 Deltascape. And it's pretty much just beat the boss until it falls over. Once you come back from that floaty floor deal, you don't have that much left to do. If you're still watching the video, please hit that subscribe button, and comments are always, always welcome. Really glad you stuck around this long. This dungeon's coming to a close in the next minute or so. It's all done. I guess we'll take the or so, because it certainly wasn't a minute. We'll give you the last cut scene, because the graphics are really cool. Party celebration at the end. Always enjoy the party celebrations. Y'all have a great day.